Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Iran has issued a robust response to U.S. President Donald Trump's impending ultimatum, firmly rejecting a temporary ceasefire and refusing to unblock the Strait of Hormuz, according to Thai Sounds. Iran, through mediating nation Pakistan, has put forward 10 conditions for a permanent cessation of hostilities in the region. These conditions include ending regional conflicts, establishing regulations for safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz, lifting all economic sanctions against Iran, and initiating reconstruction efforts. Meanwhile, in response to Trump's renewed threats to attack Iranian power plants, Iranian officials have vowed to mobilize athletes to form human chains to protect these vital facilities. Trump had warned on Monday that he would wipe out Iran overnight if they did not commit to abandoning nuclear weapons and reopening the Strait of Hormuz by Tuesday evening, Eastern Standard Time. While U.S. officials have acknowledged receiving Iran's counterproposal, some view the demands as excessive, making the path to a diplomatic resolution unclear. A proposed Islamabad agreement for a two-phase ceasefire, including immediate truce and reopening of the strait, followed by broader talks, is reportedly under consideration. 联合早报 reports that the Israeli military carried out an airstrike on a school in Gaza on Monday, April 6, which was housing displaced Palestinians. This attack resulted in the deaths of at least 10 individuals and left many more injured. Health officials have stated that this incident casts a significant shadow over the already fragile ceasefire agreement in Gaza. According to Reuters, the airstrike was preceded by clashes between Palestinians and members of an Israeli-backed militia, who reportedly attacked the school in an attempt to kidnap several people. Israeli drones then launched 2 missiles east of the Maghazi refugee camp in central Gaza. Later that evening, additional Israeli airstrikes in Gaza City and an attack on a car brought the total death toll to at least 12 people. Both Hamas and Israel have accused each other of violating the ceasefire agreement that came into effect last October. The Gaza Health Ministry claims that Israeli shelling has killed at least 700 people since the ceasefire began, while Israel reports that 4 of its soldiers were killed by militants in Gaza during the same period. Amidst this violence, Hamas continues to refuse to abandon its weapons, stating on Sunday, April 5, that discussing disarmament before Israel fully implements the first phase of the ceasefire is an attempt to perpetuate genocide against the Palestinian people. NBC Boston reports on a lawsuit alleging that a 3-year-old immigrant girl suffered sexual abuse while in federal custody. The child was separated from her mother at the U.S.-Mexico border and subsequently placed under the care of the Office of Refugee Resettlement, ORO. The abuse reportedly occurred in an OR-funded foster home at the hands of an older child. Her father, a legal permanent resident living in Chicago, had been attempting to secure her release for 5 months, facing delays due to unavailable appointments for required fingerprinting and DNA testing. He only learned of the sexual abuse after filing a habeas corpus petition to expedite reunification. The girl was released to her father 2 days after the lawsuit was filed. This case highlights a trend of increasing custody times for children in OR care, with attorneys frequently resorting to emergency lawsuits to facilitate releases. Federal agencies declined to comment on the ongoing litigation. Yonhap News Agency reports that Samsung Electronics Co. has estimated its first quarter operating profit for 2026 to have surpassed 50 trillion won, $433.1 billion, for the first time, setting a new record and significantly exceeding market expectations. The South Korean tech giant projected an operating profit of 57.2 trillion won for the January-March period, a substantial surge from 6.61 trillion won a year earlier, and 36.7% higher than the average estimate. This impressive performance is primarily attributed to robust demand for premium memory chips, particularly high bandwidth memory, HBM4, from the rapidly expanding artificial intelligence (AI) industry. While a detailed breakdown was not provided, its device solutions (DS) fix vår DS som IAMDE, making me mattersbor per forecast by up to 50%, driven by the ongoing AI boom and long-term contracts with major hyperscale clients. Al Jazeera reports on the repeated attacks against Iran's Bushehr nuclear power plant, which has been targeted 4 times in just over a month since the U.S.-Israel war on Iran commenced. The World Health Organization has issued a grave warning, highlighting the catastrophic risks that could arise from a radioactive release at the facility. Tehran has accused the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, of inaction regarding these incidents, an accusation the IAEA rejects while acknowledging the deep concern surrounding the situation. This report delves into the underlying reasons for these persistent attacks and the significant dangers they present, featuring insights from experts like Tariq Raf, former head of verification at the IAEA, Abbas Aslani, from the Center for Middle East Strategic Studies, and Alicia Sanders Zachray from the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.